One of the most terrifying things to experience for those who had become infected with the deadly virus known as the T-virus was to see it slowly take control of their humanity. Depending on the rate of the victim's infection and its variety in the bloodstream, it can take hours to even days for it to turn the victim into a mindless zombie that hungers for clean and fresh new blood. See, the way the virus works is quite magnificent in scientific terms. As the virus makes contact with the cell's membrane, it inserts its genetic coding into the cell itself, leaving the cell to absorb the viral genome of the virus. The new virus is then released and spread from the host cell and infect the cells surrounding it, starting the entire process all over again. With the continuation of this cycle, it is only a matter of time till it fully infects every blood cell in the victim's body, and as it does so, while the host is alive, all higher brain functions are fully destroyed, leaving only the cerebellum to govern the behavior of the host. And as it continues to spread, the hypothalamus is then left damaged, producing a massive flood of neurotransmitters, enzymes, and hormones such as norepinephrine and dopamine. These effects combined with the painful symptoms of the infection induce a psychotic rage, persistent hunger, and increased aggressiveness. The more it spreads, the higher these symptoms become, and this is when it leads to the victim's death. But once the host breathes its final breath of life, there is merely enough energy left in the victim's body to produce power to the lower brain functions. These functions are responsible for the most primal instincts such as walking and eating, and this is when the victim reaches the final stages of the appearance and behavior of a zombie. However, when it came to some of these victims, death would not arise, as they would instead experience the final steps and be fully aware that they are no longer in control of their own body. The Keeper from the Spencer Mansion. The Keeper was one of the Umbrella employees at the Spencer Mansion who would become infected and describe his final days as the virus took a toll on him. This is what was found in his diary.
May 9th, 1998. At night, we played poker with Scott the guard, Alias, and Steve the researcher. Steve was very lucky, but I think he was cheating. What a scumbag. May 10th, 1998. Today, a high-ranking researcher asked me to take care of a new monster. It looks like a gorilla without any skin. They told me to feed them live food. When I threw in a pig, they were playing with it, tearing off the pig's legs and pulling out its guts before they actually ate it. May 11th, 1998. Around 5 o'clock this morning, Scott came in and woke me up suddenly. He was wearing a protective suit that looks like a spacesuit. He told me to put one on as well. I heard there was an accident in the basement lab. It's no wonder those researchers never rest, even at night. May 12th, 1998. I've been wearing this annoying spacesuit since yesterday. My skin grows musty and feels very itchy. By way of revenge, I didn't feed those dogs today. Now I feel better. May 13th, 1998. I went to the medical room because my back is all swollen and feels itchy. They put a big bandage on my back and the doctor told me I did not need to wear that spacesuit anymore. I guess I can sleep well tonight. May 14th, 1998. When I woke up this morning, I found another blister on my foot. It was annoying and I ended up dragging my foot as I went to the dog's pen. They have been quiet since this morning, which is very unusual. I found out that some of them had escaped. I'll be in real trouble if the higher-ups find out. May 15th, 1998. Even though I didn't feel well, I decided to go see Nancy. It's my first day off in a long time, but I was stopped by the guard on the way out. They say the company has ordered that no one leave the grounds. I can't even make a phone call. What kind of a joke is this? May 16th, 1998. I heard a researcher who tried to escape from this mansion was shot last night. My entire body feels burning and itchy at night. I was scratching the swelling on my arm and a lump of rotten flesh just dropped off. What the hell is happening to me?
May 19th, 1998. Fever gone, but itchy. Hungry and eat doggy food. Itchy. Scott came. Ugly face, so killed him. Tasty. 4. Itchy. Tasty.
John, Ada Wong's boyfriend. John was another employee of Umbrella's. He worked in the underground lab below the Spencer mansion. But if you'd like to know exactly what happened during John's final days, be sure to check this video describing every moment, which shows how his body changed over the days. By the end, his entire body was disturbingly grotesque. He has the appearance of a corpse that was dying in its coffin over some time. Like with the Keeper, most words are mispronounced by the end, and he continues to write even in this zombified state. Jill Valentine encounters him when she makes her way into the Spencer lab, and she puts him out of his misery with a loaded shotgun. However, seconds before she killed him, John asks Jill to help him. Because of his undead appearance, she was strictly aiming to eradicate every zombie on site. Surely it's impossible to save him in any other way than to end whatever life remains. His voice is most likely difficult to understand, as his vocal cords would deteriorate once the infection had fully spread, so it's possible she could not understand a word he said.
Forrest, how could this happen?
Dear God. Forrest Speyer. As explained in a separate video regarding Forrest Speyer and his minor appearances, the pachinko version of the Resident Evil 1 remake included a cutscene where zombified Forrest Speyer chases Chris Redfield throughout the Spencer mansion, and once confronted, Chris is asked by his rotting comrade to kill him. Chris eventually does so with a rocket launcher of all things. But it is spine-chilling to see that Forrest continues a chase after his old friend, begging Chris to kill him, as he no longer has control of his body, and he'll most likely devour him if he catches up to him.
Forgive me, Forrest.
Brad Vickers. In the Resident Evil 3 remake, Brad's demise is altered, and instead of being hunted down by the Nemesis, he is killed by a horde of zombies at the very beginning of the story.
Door behind you, go!
Don't think about it. We're gonna make a run for it.
Come on, Jill. We know how this ends.
No, I don't.
Are we still a team?
Always.
Then do me a favor. Don't fuck up like I did. Go!
Surprisingly, he reappears in the story once Carlos and Tyrell make their way into the Raccoon City police station, and we see that Brad had become a zombie and attacked Marvin Brannick, explaining how Marvin was infected and why he tells Leon not to hesitate and make his mistake when dealing with a zombie.
Brad, stop!
T.
Come on, man. Not you too. Sorry.
Shit, it's locked.
Seeing as Brad made his way to the police station after being infected at a bar in a completely separate location means that he remembered where the police station was located and even remembered his co-worker and apologized for his actions as he can no longer control himself. It is possible that other characters, such as the daughter of Robert Kendo, experienced the same symptoms rather than dying before the final step of the T-virus could take effect. But is it possible that they would stay conscious throughout the next effects of the mutation, such as becoming a licker and still be aware of its own actions? Let me know what you think.
This just isn't your day.
That's it for the video. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button to give this video a chance to grow. I'd like to thank all my Patreon supporters for their impeccable generosity. Your support means a lot to me, and you are part of the reason why I try to make the best content that I can. And if you like this content, check out the rest of my channel. You'll find more entertainment from separate franchises I like to cover, such as Mortal Kombat, Dragon Ball Z, Celebrity Deathmatch, Men in Black, The Mask, Batman comics, The Terminator, TMNT, Dino Crises, Resident Evil, and more. If you're a Patreon supporter, check out my exclusive videos such as the Gantz content. And if you'd like to show your support, go to my Patreon and support the channel, which is only $1. Sacrifice that McChicken for extra quality content, my friend. But anyways, I'll see you all in the next video, and remember to have an awesome day.